He had said that that within an hour of them swearing in his cabinet, he would enact this turn off the taps legislation. It's a couple hours now. I don't know if he's done it quite yet.
Alberta's new premier has promised to hit the ground running, bringing 100 days of change to the province. It sounds an awful lot like another new Conservative premier, Ontario's Doug Ford.
I don't think that Jason Kenney made as bombastic promises as Doug Ford. Doug Ford talked about, I'm never going to lay off a single person. And obviously that promise has been blown out the window.
Ford's big promise was to make sure the world knew Ontario was open for business, and he moved quickly to push through an agenda.
Doug Ford acted very rashly, very quickly, and also enacted a lot of things that weren't in his platform. I don't expect to see Jason Kenney do many things that are outside his platform, because gosh, there was so much in his platform that remains yet to be fulfilled.
That's why it should be easier to measure Kenney's success compared to expectations, unlike Ford.
I don't know if Doug Ford has actually paused and reflected on things. I don't think that's his style. I don't think we're going to see a lot of looking back from Jason Kenney, but I do think that he's going to try to deliver on some of the landmark promises that he made. That some of the smaller things that he may walk back a bit because they're either unworkable, unfeasible, would create too much controversy. I think he'll just say, so it shows we're listening.
That's going to be the real key for Kenney, keeping his base happy.
There's a lot of popular will behind what he's doing. People overwhelmingly trust him on the economy. I bet you there are a lot of NDP voters who actually believe that he's going to be a better manager of the economy than Rachel Notley was.
As for what Alberta will look like in 100 days, those who have been hypercritical of Kenney and the UCP shouldn't expect the province to turn into a smoldering crater.
People always tend to govern from the middle to some extent.
And supporters shouldn't expect a complete reversal of everything that happened under the NDP.
When you make promises pouring into government, sometimes you don't realize what reality is. Kenney was not working with the actual books, the actual finances. He wasn't working with the constraints. He wasn't working with the best legal advice.
The bottom line is we've seen this before. The blueprint has been laid out by Ford and other Conservative premiers elected over the past few years. It's up to Kenney to decide whether he'll follow it. In Calgary, Jonathan Muma, City News.